How's it going, ladies and gents? Reverend Saint back again with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video for you guys today. And what we're going to be talking about is Call of Duty Esports. I know, it's been just a short minute since the last event. Well, there's one going on this weekend, and I got some problems with it. And some other issues about how Activision is just... It just seems like supply drops and esports are going hand in hand, man. Activision just wants their money. That's what it really feels like. They're starting to get to the point where they don't necessarily care about the players. They don't necessarily care about the people who are buying their game anymore. They just want to make money. Now, that's not Treyarch. That's Activision. It feels like Activision's just saying, like, it's up to you guys to make them happy. It's up to us to make some money. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's what it feels like, and I'll explain why. We all know supply drops are pretty much a scam, dude. They really are. They said they weren't going to do what they did, and they did what they did. You know, they actually said that before the game came out when they first said, hey, supply drops are going to be a game, but we're not going to put weapons in them, you know, because that's just pay to win, stuff like that. And they ended up doing that anyway. That's because they want money, and with how much money they're making on supply drops, they're not going to stop that anytime soon. Now, we take that and you go to Call of Duty Esports. Well, where's all the money for these supply drops going? We already know they've made tons of money off the game. They do not need to make more money to fund the next game because they already have enough money to do so. Well, here's where the money's going. Activision's wallet, man. It's not going into the tournaments. It's not going into future DLC. It's not doing anything like that. We're also paying for that. If you look at something like Halo, which had crowdfunding, that's why they had a $2.5 million tournament. That's why the price went up. It started at $1 million, went up to 1.5, went up to 2, and then ended up going, I think it was actually 2.6 was the final thing. That's because they sold rec packs just like supply drops, except the money from that helped fund the actual prize pool for the World Championships in Halo. So here's the thing. One championship in Halo, one person who won that made more money than anybody in CoD did last year. That's how it works, man. That's how it works with crowdfunding. This is what Dota does. That's why the international $16 million last year. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And it's all because of crowdfunding. But Activision sees that and they're like, yeah, we could do that and give it back to the community and make a really great tournament, or we could keep it. That's what it is. That's exactly what's going on. They're just keeping the money, and it sucks. They did up the prize pool this year to 1.6 million, which obviously is a ton of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's only a $600,000 increase when you're making probably $50 million off of supply drops alone, period. You could blow out... With this, you could blow out the international with how much money they've probably made with the supply drops. They could probably have double the prize pool of the international if they wanted to and not really lose a dime if they wanted to, but they don't. They want to keep their money. So there's that. That's the issue I have with that. And then we also have the fact that there's no tournaments going on, man. They promised all of these tournaments for the players, for the pros. They promised so much stuff that we're not getting. We've had 4 tournaments, man, if you could even call them that. We had Totino's, which was right after the game came out, so most pros are just kind of like, that's just kind of a fluke. And then after that, you had the Season 1 relegation, or the qualifiers, which wasn't really even a tournament. After that, you had UMG Carolina, which was a disaster because we found out that Sony was not prepared to go into esports because of the Bluetooth on the controller problem and the slow turns that happens. You can't have public events this year because of that unless they figure out how to fix it. And then now we have the one that's going on this weekend. Everything seems to be okay, but there's just this lingering thing with rules and stuff like that because Gunjar, who wasn't allowed in the country randomly for some reason, and they say the reason he isn't allowed in the country is because he plays for a U.S. team. I don't understand how that makes any sense. He plays for a U.S. team, so he's not allowed in the country. I don't understand, but he wasn't allowed in the country. They had to pick up a fill-in, which actually what ended up being Embos. I do not know if they won. I gotta look that up. They were doing okay, but they were playing against a team that is just not ready for the Pro League. I mean, technically, you could say the same thing about TK because they really struggled this year. But nonetheless, they really weren't. I think if Gunjar was there, they would have ran the table on these guys. But anyway, that's just me, man. I got a lot of other issues. Like, I don't think they should do best of 7s outside the finals because it's just too dang long, man. It doesn't appeal to the viewer. But anyway, I'm going over on this video, but that's it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you are an esports fan or a Call of Duty esports fan, let me know what your opinion on all of this garbage is. I'd love to hear it, man. Have some good conversation, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Peace.